Hello and welcome to another Full Bean tutorial. In this session, I'm going to show how I use Microsoft Word's Mailmerge feature to insert personalized greetings on a form letter and then create addresses on envelopes to complete the mail merge. So the first step is to open up Microsoft Word and create the database from which all this information is going to be drawn. So I'm going to insert a table, and for my purposes, I'm going to make it 7 by 5. And now I need to give names to the various columns here. And these names that I give are important because Mailmerge is going to have to match the names of my columns with the names of the various data fields that it uses. So I've done that already, and it looks like this. The next thing I'm going to do is to type in, or at least add in, the various names into the database. So here's what that looks like. With the database created, I'm now ready to start the mail merge. I'll show how to do that in the next section of this video. In this section, I'm going to write the letter. So I'll open up Word and choose Mailings, Start Mail Merge, and I'm going to use the step-by-step mail merge wizard. So I'll click on that, and I get instructions on what to do in the pane on the right. This is going to be a letter. Next, it asks my starting document, so I'll click on that. And I've already written my letter, so I'm going to click on Start from Existing Document. Then I need to show the mail merge where it is, so I'll click on More Files, Open, and then navigate to wherever I saved that document. You'll notice that I've got a blank line to start the letter. I need that because I'm going to insert a greeting line from the database. And if I didn't have that, it would insert it right on top of Happy Holidays from Blake or wherever the cursor happened to be blinking. So next, I'm going to add recipients. And I have these recipients in my database, so I'm going to check use an existing list. Then I need to show Mailmerge where it is. So I'll click on Browse, and I have to navigate to where that's located. So you do that, and once you have, you can fine-tune that. It looks okay the way it is, so I'm going to click OK. And now I want to write my letter. It didn't change anything because I'd already written my letter, but I do need to insert the greeting line. So I'll click on that. And here I get choices as to how that should look. I can start it with dear or to or none. I like dear, so I'll choose that. And there is no one on my list named Joshua Randall Jr. It's just a place marker for the various options. I'm going to choose Josh and Cynthia. Click on that. And if you look at what's actually going to show up, I'm not too happy with that. So I'm going to click on Match Fields. And for the nickname, I haven't matched anything. So I need to change that to greeting. Click OK. And now it reads as I want it to. So I'll click OK. And then click on Next to preview my letters. So that's what it's going to look like. But I want to change the formatting a little bit. So I'm going to select everything. And I'm going to change the font. Make it a little bit larger. And I'm going to change the color as well. Let's make it a festive green. Let's bold the salutation and bold the last name. Next step is to complete the merge. I click on that. And then I click on, instead of print, edit individual letters. I want to see how it turned out to make sure that everything worked properly. Merge records all. Click OK. And there's my letter to the first individual. There's the second letter. There's the third letter. And there's the fourth letter. So I'm happy with that. At this point, I can go ahead and print. And when I do print, it's going to print all of the documents, even though you only see one displayed at this point. In this last section, I'm going to show how I print envelopes inserting addresses from the Mailmerge database. So first, I'll open Word. Click on Mailings. Click on Start Mailmerge and choose the step-by-step Mailmerge wizard. Tell the wizard that it's going to be envelopes that I'm dealing with and click Next, Starting Document. I'm going to click on Envelope Options, and this gives me the opportunity to format the addresses, changing the font, the size, the color, and so on. That looks good to me. I'll click OK. And you'll notice that my default email address has been inserted. If you didn't set that up previously, you could type in whatever address you want to use there. Next, I click on Select Recipients, and I have an existing list, so I'm going to show Mailmerge where that is. I'll click on Browse, and then I have to navigate to wherever it happens to be. The next dialog box that comes up allows you to exclude Mailmerge recipients. I'm not going to do that, so I'll just click OK. And the next thing I need to do is arrange my envelope. So I'll click on that. And what I need to do is to insert an address block. So it's going to insert wherever the cursor happens to be. I don't want it to be inserted on top of my existing return address. So I'll click down on the lower part of the envelope and the address block will open up. Then I'll click on address block and it shows me how it would show up. If something isn't exactly right, you click on match fields and then make sure that the field that Mailmerge is drawing from matches what you want it to draw from. If that isn't the case, click on what you've chosen and make the change. Mine was already correct, so I'm not going to change that. Okay, the next step is to preview your envelopes. And now, preview your envelopes, and now you can format the printing here if you choose. I'm going to change the color here. And change the font a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing for the return address. Let's make it a festive green. Bold and enlarge it a little bit. Okay, so now I'm done. I'll click on complete the merge. That's what it'll look like. And I could click print here, but I want to actually see what all my envelopes are going to look like. So I'm going to click edit individual envelopes, merge records all. And now what you see is what will be printed. Here's the first envelope, the second envelope, the third envelope, and the final envelope. At this point, you click File, Print, choose your printer, and that prints whatever you set up. I hope that you found this Mailmerge tutorial to be informative. Thank you for viewing.